Hey guys, it's Maite. So for today's video I have a book haul. I don't know how many books I have here, but so I have book related things. So I'm gonna start with the book related things. I got these sticky tabs and these other ones. These right here. There's different ones. I'm currently using some right now. I'm currently using these for this book. I try to match the book to the sticky tabs, and it kind of has that vibe right there. The first pack. Now for the second pack, I think it's the same. Yeah, I think they are the same. This one looks the same. So does this one and this one. I think these are the other ones. So here are more colorful ones. This one and this one. So those are the sticky tabs I've gotten. For writing on my books, it depends. Sometimes I write on them, and for writing on my books it depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I try to find where I got these pencils. So the first two are these Pilot Color Eno, and they are in this green and yellow. This is colored lead, so the color you see is the color it's gonna write in. And then these are the Unicolor 0.5. This is 0.5 lead and this is 0.7. So I got pink, blue, orange, a darker blue, and I have a red one which I'm currently using for this book as well. I try to match the color to how the book looks like. So yeah, the first book I got is not usually a genre I'm into, but for shows I'm actually into this type of genre. I don't know why in books I'm not, but this is a mystery thriller. It's like a boarding school. It takes place in a boarding school. So this one is the Murder Game by Carrie Doyle. As you can tell, I got it from Target, but this is, I believe, so the little synopsis says, Luke never wanted to get caught up in a murder when his roommate Oscar convinced Luke to break the rules and sneak out of the boarding school dorm one night. It sounds like fun. They met up with a couple of girls in the forest and have a good time. No one will ever know. But when the wife of their teacher is found dead in the woods the next morning, Luke realizes they're in deep trouble. Instead of admitting where they were, the group decides to solve the murder on their own. But with so many suspects, will they be able to catch the killer before the killer catches them? With them in a way. Very interested in reading this. This is, I believe, like close to 400 pages. I'm gonna give it a try and see if I like it. Into the romance section, the rest of the section, which is pure romance. So first up I have the Honeytone List by Christina Lauren. I got it because I want to read more Christina Lauren books. Since their new one is coming out this year, I need to pre-order that one, as well as Emily Henry's. But I really want to get into more Christina Lauren. I already read two, and one of them is one of the books I read is one of the ones I bought. So I actually don't know what this book is about. So the little like yellow thing right here, it says from the New York Times bestseller author behind the Joy Warm Touch Jasmine Gloria. Jennifer is a New York Times bestselling author. The Unhoneymooners comes to light fully charming love story about what happens when two assistants tasked to keeping a rocky relationship from exploding starts to feel sparks. The next one, I got it because there's a snippet that got me very much. So this is The Lease on Love by Falin Ballard. So where's the snippet that I read that I liked? Oh, right here. It says, but when an accidental mix-up lands her in the doorsteps of Jack Thomas' gorgeous Brooklyn brownstone, is too bad Sadie is more attracted to the impressive real estate than the man himself. So I decided to get that. That's the only reason why I wanted to buy it, because of that little snippet right there. Really did like this one. Next one, I got it because it's work romance, which is The Hookup Dilemma. I believe it's a work romance. Has never had a one-night stand or isn't a one-night stand type of woman, but she makes an exception for Elliot. So Elliot is a workaholic. It says it right here. One night he decides to break his routine and encounters with a woman of his dreams, but no matter how amazing they are, work will always come first. I'm very excited to read this one. Very excited to see how, if he changes from being work only, or work being his top priority, then being with her. I want to see if that changes. So next, I got the fine print. By Lauren Asher. This is part of the Dreamland Billionaire series by her. So I have it on Kindle Unlimited, I'll tell you that. So where am I am chapter 8, so I'm like this far in, and that's how many pages already. 65 pages. I read 65 pages in one day. No, 64 pages in one day. I haven't read it since, because I wanted to get the actual physical copy, because while I was reading on Kindle Unlimited, there were so many parts where I really wanted to tab, and yes, I highlighted them on my Kindle Unlimited, but it's not the same as actually color tabbing it as I wanted it to be. We have Rowan and Zara. So Rowan is the youngest of his other two brothers. He has always been the dreamer, as his grandfather his grandfather said, and how Zara said that his grandfather said that he's the dreamer out of his brothers. So his grandfather dies. He left him a will stating that each brother has their own thing to do in order to get a certain part of the company, certain percentage of the company. So they have to complete everything and they'll get that percentage. So his is remodeling or re-renovating Dreamland, and Sarah has been working in Dreamland for a long time, I believe, and she submits a joint proposal on what she would do to remodel Dreamland. Like, she submits a whole design. She submits a design, and she gets offered her dream job, basically. And there you see a ton of funny moments with them, and it's honestly cute. It's kind of Grumpy Sunshine. The next book I have, and am I glad I got it? Yes. Is it the version? No, yeah, version I wanted. No, this is The Legacy by L. Kennedy. This is the 5th book in the Off Campus series. So I wanted the bigger one, the bigger one, the bigger one of this one. This, I believe, is the new size. I wanted the bigger one. I think it's like a bit this big, so it could look the same across the board. It's the same with my other 4 off campus. Is it pretty? It's a soft cover. Yeah, soft cover. Yeah, but it's fine. Let's see where I could find the other one, if I could find it. Great, because I know if I put them together, it's gonna bug me that they're not the same height. The next book I got, and it's because of, no, I had this on my Kindle Unlimited before it got so hyped up, but I started reading it. I wasn't really that intrigued in it, but I got it because it said The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Arms. I got it because it's gonna feature Latin culture, so it's a take on Latin and Hispanic culture, which I'm fine with. But I think but then I got it again on my Kindle Unlimited, but then all of a sudden they took it out because I don't know, they took it off Kindle Unlimited. So I think I was a few chapters in, but not really sure where I am, so I might start it again. The next book I got, this is from Target, but I took the little sticker off and you can see the little mark on it. But this is Everything After by Jill Santopolo. So this is about Emily. So there's a snippet right here. It says, Emily hears a song on the radio about the woman who got away. The melody and the voice are hauntingly familiar. Could it be? As Emily's passion comes soaring back into her life, she will find herself asking, who is she meant to be? Who is she meant to love? That's like the last 3 or 4 sentences. That's what got me on reading it. I want to read it. The next book I have is The Hating Game. Is as you can see, a soon to be a major motion picture. I don't like the fact that it has that sticker right there, but it's fine. This is already a movie. I wanted to read the book before seeing the movie to see if they changed anything or if they add anything like they usually do. But this is a work office romance. So we have Lucy and I want to say Elliot, but I don't think it's Elliot. Oh, Joshua. Why was I thinking Elliot? So right here in this it says nemesis and opponent or rival whom a person cannot best or overcome. 2. A person undoing. 3. Joshua Templeman. So basically, I believe they're fighting for a position in their office. That's that. Okay, so the next 2 books are by Colleen Hoover. So the first one I have Verity by Colleen Hoover. I don't know what this is. This might be a mystery. This is another one I don't know if I'm actually gonna like. I do like Colleen Hoover books. They're kind of in between for me, but very excited for this one. Excited to read this one. This is about Lowen and Jeremy. Lowen is a struggling writer on a brink of financial ruin when she accepts the job of a lifetime opportunity. Jimmy Crawford, a husband of best-selling author Verity Crawford, has hired Lowen to complete the remaining books in a successful series his injured wife is unable to finish. So it's basically Laura realized what she's reading the book, she finds things of her past, of Verity's past, and she keep it hidden from Jeremy so he doesn't know the things his wife did, or yeah, basically that. Very excited to read this. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, I'll tell you that much. I don't know. Then the next book is Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. Don't know nothing about. I just saw it. Maybe someday, grabbed it. It is part of a series, so I might have to pick up the other two. But yeah, so this is about a 22-year-old Cindy is enjoying great life. She is in college, working a steady job, in love with her wonderful boyfriend Hunter, and rooming with her best friend Tori. But everything changes when discover that Hunter is cheating on her, and she is forced to decide what her next move should be. Soon Cindy finds herself captivated by her mysterious and attractive neighbor, Ridge. Can't take her eyes off of him or stop listening to the passionate way he plays his guitar every evening out on his balcony. There's something about Cindy that Ridge can't ignore either. Soon they find themselves needing each other in more ways than one. I should have continued with Ellie Kennedy because I got the special edition from Walmart later on in the year. So this is a deal by Ellie Kennedy. It includes the bonus, the story of Garrett and Hannah, I believe 3 years later. Yeah, I believe it's 3 years later, so it's all right here jam-packed in one book. I honestly prefer she did this in the beginning, so if she comes out with more of these for the rest of the books, I might pick them up. It's just fine, but should have continued the Christina Lauren book when I had. So I have 2 more Christina Lauren books. So I'm gonna start off with the one I already read. This is The Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. So this is about Olive and Ethan. Olive has a twin sister named Amy, and Ethan has a brother named, I don't know the brother's name. I listened to this in audiobook. I listened to it in one day. I believe it was one day. If not, it was two. They like their banter. So Amy and Dane got married. They got married. Everybody there, they had like a buffet type of deal in the reception. Everybody got sick besides Olive and Ethan because they didn't eat nothing from the buffet. They had a special dish, personalized, customized. So Amy tells Olive, "Oh, take my trip to the honeymoon. Go on my honeymoon for me." Yeah, something like that. There we find Ethan and Olive finding out they like each other. And one book is The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. This is, I believe, is a single mother. Yes, a single mom. This is a single mom trope, if you're into that. And this is like an app where it by your DNA, it tells you who you should date. So Jessica, does that dating app stuff. That's the DNA one. She doesn't do anything other dating apps. She gets matched with, I believe, a 98 or a 99% match with the one who founded that company. So they're 98. I was correct. 98 compatibility with the founder, which is Dr. Rivera Pena. So I believe this is fake dating because the Dr. Rivera Pena wants to prove this dating app is legit. It works. See, I got a 98. My relationship is perfect. Yeah, I think that's what the book is. The next one is my new baby from the Crave series. This is Court, the 4th book by Tracy Ruth. Very excited for this one. This is gonna need a ton of time for me to read it. Honestly, if I read it 50 pages a day, I might be able to read it in a month, but it's fine if I don't. What the Crave series is about, I like to pitch it as, me personally, since I've seen the Vampire Diaries, the originals, and some of Legacies. So this book reminds me of Legacies, the spin-off show of the Vampire Diaries and the originals. It reminds me of Legacies because you have a boarding school for supernatural kids, and in Legacies you have witches, vampires, werewolves, heretics, tribrids, hybrids. Yeah. So in this one we have Grace. She recently lost her parents in the first book. She goes to Cantermere Academy, up in the hills somewhere in Alaska, I believe, and she doesn't know the school is for supernatural. Right there we find supernatural characters as our basic ones, which are vampires, werewolves, and witches. There we see more supernatural creatures as the series goes on, but there is someone out to get Grace, and she has to discover who it is before she becomes their latest victim. Yeah, hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.